Peace, world. What is going on? Welcome to another episode of Substantial Weekly. Of course, my name is Substantial, man, and I got the homie in the building. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother Javier Starks. You know what I mean?
Javier Substarksley.
Starks blessing it.
Substarks blessing it. Yes, we is blessing it.
Yeah, man. Let me scoot over so you can slide in a little more. Boom, boom. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody here today, man. Shout out to Early Bird in the building. Shout out
Early,
to
what it do?
Joshua McGee.
Josh,
shout out
what
to
it do?
Luna Bunny. What up? What up?
Luna, what it do?
Happy Mochi's up in here. Good morning.
Mochi, what
to
it
you
do?
too. Shout Town Warrior. What up, Mugen? Mugen with the blue pen.
Mugen,
Soul
what it
Tiger.
do?
What up? What up? And we got Chill with Kais. What up? What up?
Tiger, what up?
Yeah,
Chill with
man.
Kais, what up?
Yo.
Shot-Town Warrior, what up?
We got a lot of catching up to do, man, and happy to have a homie here. You know, yeah, man. How you feeling?
Good.
Yeah,
Blessed.
yeah,
Not stressed, but blessed.
yeah, man. That's what's
Challenged,
yeah,
but
for
blessed.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were sharing war stories behind the scene,
Woo,
man.
man, rough. Stretch.
Tis the season for a lot of
Dang.
things. You know what I mean? But we're hanging in there. You know. Shout out to Tommy Hackett who says peace to substantial.
What up, Tommy?
Potential for a Blessing It remix in the future. Oh man, yo. Shout out to Joshua McGee who gifted 1 membership, man. Clap it up.
Oh,
for the
that's
brother.
love.
Yeah, that is definitely dope, man.
Use the sound, use the
yeah,
sound.
oh, I'm about to. Hold up.
We got
Get the
sounds
little-
now.
Yeah, you know, get that little register popping. Thank you for doing that,
Wait,
man.
is this a sound?
That's also the applause. You can clap it up for him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
The power. DG, my power. Let me stop.
Yeah, man. But shout out to everybody here, man. It's great to see everyone in here. And it says, I've been here so long. There's only a few people here now that I knew I used to go by Mugen. That's true. I took it back. That was a throwback.
Tears.
You know what I mean?
Times have changed.
Right. We've come a long way. So yeah, man, look, we're gonna get into it because we got a lot to cover today, and Hav actually has to cut out before the show ends. Yeah, man. So let's
Sorry.
go ahead and get. Nah, you good, bro? No apologies necessary.
Life is life.
Life be lifing. Lifing like a mother. But yo, first and foremost, before we jump into all the slides and stuff, peace to everyone. Welcome to the show. Make sure that you subscribe, like the video, all of that good stuff. Also check out Javier's YouTube channel. I'll be sure to he has a link in the description of this video that links to his Bandcamp, that links to his YouTube. But I'll make sure to add the official YouTube link as well for folks if you watch this later. Yeah, man. And if you want to contribute to the show, that's greatly appreciated. You can do so by donating via Super Chat, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all that good stuff. Keep me in mind off these polls. You know what I'm saying? And that money, anytime there's a guest, anything that gets donated while we're live gets split with whoever the guest is. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, what y'all talking about over here that got Hob laughing?
Off these poles is crazy.
Off these
I
poles.
never get tired of that.
Oh man,
Gotta keep me and these babies off these poles.
I have to cut early too. Irish goodbye, yo. Like that, what an Irish goodbye was a week ago.
What's an Irish goodbye?
Irish goodbye is when you just cut out without saying goodbye.
Dang.
Yo, I'm like, damn. What are you saying about the Irish?
Oh my gosh.
You know. But yeah, man. Hold up. Oh, these joints tripping right now. That's strange. Anyway, yeah, man. So let's get into it. Let's see how it has us framed. Oh no, it is not doing what it's supposed to do right now.
Well, thank you, Shot-Town Warrior.
We appreciate you.
Appreciate
You know what I mean? So look, I might have to refresh for a second.
Every time I come, it's always
Yo, it's
got to be
always
some
something.
stuff.
You know what I mean? So let me try something real fast because some of these buttons are not doing what Yo, Jesus. Peace, y'all. Sorry about that, man. I've said every time I'm a guest. Jesus. You know what I mean? We blaming it on Hobbs.
Peace, y'all. Sorry
but
about
yeah,
that,
man, we are back. I appreciate y'all for sticking around. Sorry for the delay. So let's get into it, man. And someone complimented your haircut. You know what I mean?
Thanks, bro.
Right. Jay said stuck on my dumbass joke. Shortest substantial weekly ever. Stop it. All right. Also, man, everyone sees Hive's YouTube channel in the chat. You can go ahead and subscribe to him there. Hey, happy Friday to my big sister Stacy. You know what I mean?
He said shortest substantial weekly ever.
Yeah, it's the struggle, man. The struggle. Life been fighting me lately. Yeah.
It's like, sure you can.
Right.
KO.
and then we got froze.
Yo, bro.
You know? Shout out, hey man, doing what I can. Yo, thank you so much, family. We appreciate the support. You know what I mean? We are only.
That's me taking the pole off you.
Oh no. All right, let's get into it.
Anyway.
Get into these joints.
The pole, keep me off that pole.
Please.
I should have had one on you.
Oh no. All right. Let's get into it. Hey man, so first and foremost, another beat, Kendrick. Hold on. We Hey y'all, I was putting Hive on to this joint for the summer where it was
Another beat. Kendrick.
Shout out to those of you who can hear it. You know what I mean? But
Man.
so anyway, just wanted to shout out everybody again for coming out, but most importantly, shout out to the homie AJ Rios. Happy born day!
Yes,
to you, bro.
happy birthday, big bro.
Yeah, man. I hope you're having
Baby
a great
bro,
day.
whatever, bro.
You know, and all that good stuff. Wow! In the spirit of celebrating the homie AJ, let's also point out the fact that he has an album that dropped on Bandcamp today. So be sure to go stream that, go download that, support the homie AJ who's making great music. I'd go as far as saying, and of course, before I say this, I am biased because I know AJ. But of the albums that dropped today, and we're going to talk about the legendary album that just dropped today, Light Years from Nas and Primo. Of the two albums that dropped, the best produced of these two albums is absolutely AJ's album.
Damn.
Yes, I'm biased. Not even pretending like I'm not, but Primo's the greatest, one of the greatest hip hop producers of all time. And it's saying a lot to say that the homie's new album, I feel like, is a better produced project.
It's a strong
than Nas joint. Yeah, and I stand on it, man. I stand by that. This is somebody who loves Premier, and as dope as the new Nas project is dope. The new Nas Primo album is dope for a lot of reasons, but I feel like the production isn't one of the reasons that it's as dope as it is. I feel like that's something we'll dive into later. But yeah, I stand on that 1,000%. The best two of those joints in terms of production, absolutely AJ Rios' new project. So go check that out. As soon as you can. Josh with those poor polls.
That's crazy.
No. Hey, what up, Mag?
Hello, my bro. I love you, man.
Yeah, man. Love
we gotta
you,
get
Mag.
out soon. Good to see you, man.
Man. Thanks for coming through, homie. Per usual, man. But yeah, man. Shout out, again to AJ. Make sure to support his project. It's really, really dope. Also, outside of featuring me, features Millen, features Lucy Camp as well. Has a dope track on there. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's
his
really
50th album.
His 50th project.
That's
yeah, because he's released a lot of beat tapes over the years and stuff. And so if you're not familiar with AJ, go treat yourself. You won't be disappointed. Album also features a track with me, Joe D, YU, and DJ RBI, which we played on the show before. So yeah, man, a lot of good music today. All right, let's keep it pushing. Yeah, man. And shout out to all the channel members. Clap it up for the channel members, Yeah, thank y'all so much, man. Thank y'all for being channel members, man. Shout out to everyone who is a supporter of the channel. If you haven't signed up yet, please consider doing so. There's videos that are only available to you all. I'm also thinking through other exclusive content that's going to come after the new year. You know, yeah, man, working real hard to really build this out, and we got some great stuff lined up for you. Also, yeah, I don't know what's happening today. Oh my God. I don't know why this joint won't let us be great. I don't appreciate that shit though.
He said to the Phantom Zone.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. So anyway, once again, happy Born Day, AJ, and check out his new album. Thanks again for being channel members and Patreon supporters, all that good stuff. As I mentioned before, special guest Javier Starks, who came bringing all the Wi-Fi trouble with him.
That's crazy. He said bringing it with him. Like this ain't his place.
Hey, now this man Tommy said polls 1 sub 0.
That's crazy.
The disrespect.
Wow. Dang.
Oh my God. Yeah.
My phone not even on right now. I'm using his Wi-Fi.
Taking L's right now, man. Welcome back again. Yo, we trying over here. But how you feeling?
I'm feeling excited. We got a lot of new music today. You know, AJ dropped some new music. Nas dropped new music. Aztec recently dropped a project that I'm featured on. Yeah. I got a new project coming out. Stan and Bop Alloy, Marcus D, they got a new project coming out. Yeah. Music is an interesting time. You know, Spotify doing some interesting things that's not so positively interesting, but it's all very interesting. The most interesting moment in time of all time.
Oh no. Man, listen. What's crazy? So a couple things. I feel like this has been a good year for music overall. Like in particular, if you're a fan of rap music, I feel like we've gotten some really great albums and stuff from our peers and also from like legendary acts, from newer artists. It's just been like a lot of great music coming out, man. You know, I was looking at somebody's end of the year best hip hop albums and stuff, and so many like projects were in there, and some of them were ones that I had heard, others were joints that I hadn't, but I know that sometimes what I love isn't necessarily what everybody loves, and so to see all of that represented in there was super dope. Shout out to Little Sims that dropped a great album earlier
Sims
this year.
Is dope.
Sims is super dope. I still love Lotus. I love that album a lot. Got probably my favorite song of the year is on that album. You know, that song Free is really, really dope.
Okay.
And yeah, the whole project's fire. But shout out to her. Shout out to De La, still playing Cabin in the Sky.
Yeah, they dropped a new project.
Yeah, Cabin in the Sky is great, man. It's a great album, great concept, beautiful tribute to Dave, Trugoy the Dove, Plug 2. You know, who else? I just heard Eric Sermon's new album. It's okay. I do love the MOP. The MOP song on, hey man, them dudes, man. Those dudes.
When do they miss?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, yo, the joint is called It's called what was it? Street Executive or something like that.
Okay.
Like some is it Street Corner Executive or something like that. Like, hey, yo, that's a crazy title. But the joint's hard. Eric Sermon killed the beat on that. It's definitely some joints on there that are pretty solid, but there was a lot of stuff on there that's underwhelming. But shout out to Eric Sermon, one of the greatest producers of all time. And then of course today we got the Nas Primo album, which we'll dive more into later. Got a quick question. Question for Stan and Javier. What was the song you both did with Homeboy Sandman?
Stanley Sansky, Starsky, no hutch, no crutch, stand on my own soul focus. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Reloaded.
Yeah, Reloaded. Produced by Joe D. Yeah, shout out to Joe D, shout out to Homeboy Sandman.
That song was fire, yo.
Yeah,
we had
man.
fun with that.
Yeah, it was a lot
The
of fun.
Knicks
doing
are back. Knick-knack, paddywhack. I be around, waist like your knickknacks in your fanny pack. Wastelands, wasted fam. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
hard,
killed that, yo.
Hard body karate.
Yeah.
Should add that to your Patreon. Not your
yeah.
Patreon, your Bandcamp. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's something we can work
Yeah.
on. Make sure you got all the files.
What a classic.
Yeah.
The interesting part about being an artist is to have done so much, but to like still be like invisible. So it's like the work of artists now. We have to now become content creators so that the content we've already created can be perceived. You know, and so it's interesting. These all and the most interesting era of all time.
Right. Yeah. Aria, Happy Mochi. Yes, I do have Zelle. It's actually what was it? I have two actually. One that's connected to my cell number, which I know you have, but I'm gonna drop for Zelle. For people who want to send it to the business joint, you can send it to what was it called? Zelle. It's info@subartandmusic.com.
I'm like trying to read the chat.
Yeah.
Maglo, I'll send you a link to that joint if you can't find it. It was such a great song, bro.
Yeah, man.
It's such an interesting time.
Came out 2012. 2012 we dropped that joint.
Oh my gosh. I was working with a whole nother team of people. They didn't even understand how dope that song was. They were like, it's alright.
Yeah.
was like,
people, man.
yeah.
You know.
I was doing stuff with Rival Glass, so it was like, it's alright.
Right.
It's like, yo.
It's one of those things.
Different
man.
worlds, you know.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of that I think happens to most artists. This is something. Shout out to anyone who came to the event last night that was at Eaton called Overstand. The theme of the night was Lo-Fi Might Save America was what the event was called. And it was a real cool conversation. But part of what I talked about last night is this problem within our community, right? Like, and I'm only speaking to what some of us in our community experience, like Black people, maybe folks in the Latinx communities and stuff, and folks everywhere in the world, I'm sure, experience some form of this, right? Like where people talk about crabs in a barrel, but also the kind of this where you play something and people are trying to downplay the significance of the big things you're doing, right? Like, that's cool, I guess, you know what I mean? Or, that's all right, I don't really like it, you know what I mean? And then those same people who are downplaying your stuff are the same ones who come back when you finally do the big stuff. Man, I always knew. It's like, bro, I can think of very few times where you just gave me straight up, like, or lifted up this thing I did, you know? And you know, I think all of us know people like that. I think all of us are lucky that we do know some good folks who are always lifting us up and bigging us up. But we were having an interesting conversation about how those people, sometimes that's the folks who trying to keep you from going Hollywood or keep you from being too big headed. So they just never give you like props or love or like just really lift you up all the way because they don't want you to be conceited. You know what I mean? Not that like they're giving real criticism, like whether you're good or not, but more so on that they're trying to keep you humble, right? Like
interesting.
Yeah. And so, yeah, man. But
in their own way, doing me a favor, but penalizing me for trying.
Yeah, bro, it's weird,
crazy.
weird, man. It's really weird behavior, yo. You know. But yo, so I have a question. Have you guys checked out the developments with SoundCloud?
Please update us.
Yeah,
well, you probably know.
Yeah, so I saw something with SoundCloud where I know one of the things they've been talking about doing is making it so that users who are like, if you're someone like that has a subscription with SoundCloud, and let's say you're primarily listening to certain artists, SoundCloud has been looking at introducing something where the artists that are getting the most plays from those subscribers get a larger share of their money. So of the money that these people are spending. So I don't know if that's what you're referencing, Maglo, but please confirm in the chat if that's what you're referring to, because I feel like that was one of the big things I see that they introduced recently. And some other stuff, because I was getting ready to sign up for something that SoundCloud recently introduced. But when I read through the contract or the agreement, I found certain stipulations. Like, so they're talking about giving you a larger amount of the money, but it also says that, like, at any given time, if they have, for whatever reason, they can hold that money. You know what I mean? Without explanation in some things. So most famously, what's the rapper name? Mac Homie or something like that? I think it's a Haitian rapper. Hey, Happy Mochi, thank you so much, sis. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, yo, thank you. Oh, we gotta get the other joint. You know what I mean? A little cash register action as well. But yo, yeah, man. Yeah, I
thought you were about to cry.
No.
Pose avoided.
Nose running. But like, so most famously, the Bandcamp did something similar with Mac Homie, where he had a joint where people could pay $1,000 for a project.
Okay.
And so people were doing that, and because they were suspicious of what was happening with his account, they froze his money, right, while they investigated. So, you know, I think my concern with what they're doing is, like, you know, these companies, they have the power to, like, if you're a person who's like on the come up and hasn't popped off all the way, but all of a sudden you do have this moment, rather than immediately celebrating with you, because they don't know who you are, they might just on a whim just be like, I don't know, and so, like, and just freeze your stuff, while you got to pretty much prove who you are and jump through all these hoops. And yeah, man, so it's I'm taking the interesting word away. Yeah, I would say it's concerning, like that, the whole we can own, reproduce, edit, transfer indefinitely clauses that they're. I downloaded a game on PlayStation 5 called Arc Raiders. I haven't even played it, because before I even played it, in the user agreement, it was like any content you create. And I'm like, but where's the limitations on that? Right.
It's like I'm low-key giving you. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Now, it's strange times we're in, man. You know, and not even for real. It's just business as usual.
Yeah, for sure. It's growing. It's changing. They're like, how can we get our hands in more?
Yeah, bro. Definitely gotta watch what they're doing. So I am interested. Mag says, I've been seeing they've been trying to switch things up, but I was kind of sus. So I was wondering if you might have known more. Yeah, I'm still looking into it. I have never really been a big fan of SoundCloud and how they've moved over the years. The fact that you got to pay a subscription to even collect money that they can pretty much, that they can collect based on ads that are ran connected to your music. The fact that you got to pay a monthly fee to even get that money that they're making off of your music anyway is crazy.
You gotta pay to get the money.
You gotta pay to get the money. Like, if you don't pay a subscription for SoundCloud, you can't collect any residuals from it. But meanwhile, they can monetize your music all you want. That's why, like, for Bandcamp and all its shortcomings, the reason why I do prefer what they're doing and have done over the years, one, they're not running ads on your music, right? Two, you don't have to pay to sign up for Bandcamp. Three, Bandcamp, any money that Bandcamp makes or whatever gets paid out to you within 24 to 48 hours, where most of these services take 3 months to pay. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, SoundCloud is double dipping if they're charging the artists to get the money that they're making. Yeah, it's taxing the money they're already taxing.
Yeah, straight up. So yeah, man, it's
that's nasty.
It's nasty work. In your experience, can you make a comfortable full-time living on music alone, or do artists have to do multiple side hustles to succeed today?
Definitely.
So I feel like most people who are entrepreneurs, in general, I don't know if this is exclusive to just musicians, but most entrepreneurs usually have a couple side hustles. So for example, with me, right, like I do music full time, but music isn't the only thing I make money off of. One of the things I tell this guy next to me all the time, right, because he's definitely someone who he's living a very full life, and Hav does the things that he enjoys doing. But I remind him and a lot of the students I work with, I'm like, yo, in the music business, the money is behind all the boring shit. The money is behind all of the administrative stuff that people don't want to be bothered with because it's mundane work. Like I lose whole days sometimes just resolving issues with metadata, making sure my songs are properly registered, spreadsheets, just breaking down what music's connected to what, who did what on what, and having to submit it just so I can collect. It's boring as shit. But the fact of the matter is, artists leave a ton of money on the table because they do not take those steps. And so songs of yours that are barely making money would make a little more money if most of us just did those things. So part of what I'm doing during my winter break, I was talking to my wife, who's also my business partner, and I noticed on several of these sites where my music's registered that a lot of my songs are missing, which means that's money I'm leaving on the table. On some of these sites, that's back money I can collect, right? On some of these other sites, that's money I've missed. You see what I'm saying? But I don't need to miss any more of it going forward. So can you make a full-time living doing this? Sure. But there are certain things that you're probably going to have to do that you don't really, maybe you're not as familiar with, but you need to get familiar with. And one, that's making sure your music is registered with your PRO, Performance Rights Organization, making sure your music's registered with Sound Exchange, other companies and stuff that collect royalties, residuals, and all these different monies around your music. So that's some of what you could do. You should also be looking into licensing or sync licensing opportunities, getting your music placed in film, television, commercials, things of that nature. One of the better ways to do that is to actually go to conventions, not just anime conventions, but different types of conventions where these people, because they literally have sync licensing conventions as well, right? Around sync. So knowing that these things exist and putting yourself in a position to meet people in those fields. So one of the things I was just talking to the homie about the other day was going to GDC next year, where game developers are going to be, right? So I can meet the next generation of folks or independent folks who are doing these things. So putting your position, in other words, doing what you do in any job, network, right? So that's something that artists should be looking into. You also want to just diversify your revenue stream, right? So not just putting your music up on streaming, because streaming is really passive income. You do the heavy lifting on the front end, and then once it's up, then it's collecting money for you long term. But what you also want to do is make sure you got merchandise and all the things. These are all things that y'all see me doing, and it's the only reason why I'm able to make a living. But part of what I've done is also build the business around the information that I teach other artists. So people pay me to consult. So when artists hit me up, I'm like, hey, Stan, how'd you do this? I'm like, hey, homie, fill out this form, and then let's figure out a day to meet. And this is how much I charge to meet an hour, right? Some friends, they don't have to pay that. Other people who I don't do consistent business with and who are super cool, but we just don't do consistent business, and they're not necessarily investing in my career like that, then they pay a fee. And so I don't look at it as a side hustle though, because that's work I was already doing. Every artist does it. You do something cool. Hey, Hav, how'd you get that sponsorship?
For sure,
with
people
blah,
ask.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
And people just ask and expect you to give that information freely. And like some of these people don't even really rock with you like that. They're
that's
just
the tough
interested
part.
in how you came up. So what I realized, thanks to Kokai, shout out to the big bro, man. Kokai was like, yo, you need to be consulting. So I created a substantial art and music with my wife. And we pivoted where we were initially going to be focused on teaching young kids. And then what we realize is like, no, adults still need teaching. They still need to learn. And more importantly, adults, they got money, right? They got jobs. So rather than trying to pitch it to these kids and so, convincing some adults that this would be good for some kids and then show up, teach some kids who may or may not be interested in what we're teaching. Right. Adults tend to act different when you're presenting them that info because they paid for it and they know how much that should cost.
Right.
But yeah, so I believe that it's possible for artists to make a living. You see a lot of artists who tour year round. You don't see me touring year round, like doing long tours all the time, because I have a lot of other revenue streams through the different things. I'm also a visual artist, so like sometimes I do design work for people, logo and stuff. We're gonna show y'all Javier's artwork for his upcoming project in a few minutes. So the biggest advice I got to artists is diversify. It's not necessarily, don't look at it as side hustles, just look at it as extensions of what you're already doing. And look at all the different things you're doing while you work on your stuff, that people come to you asking for help for them, and figure out how you can make money doing that. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I appreciate that question. I think it's definitely possible. I just think that most people aren't aware of how much work it actually is. And that's why people are deterred from doing it. And that's why you see a lot of folks struggling, maybe more than they need to. Soul Tiger says, sounds like SoundCloud going to mess around and be the blockbuster of music sites if they doing such business. So yeah, I mean, we're seeing this in real time with Spotify right now. I canceled my Spotify account. I still have a free account with them, but I'm signing up with Tidal simply because I play a lot of musicians' music, and Tidal's paying like 4 times more than what Spotify's paying, and they're paying more than most of these platforms are paying. So, I'd rather be listening to the homie on that platform and making sure
help they get some money.
Yeah, help them get more money. Even though Tidal's not as popular. I'll be real with y'all. I was hesitant about signing up for Tidal initially because they weren't introducing the type of tools that Spotify introduced, which have been very useful for getting you other opportunities with Spotify. So Tidal over the years has introduced new things and stuff that's very interesting, and it's creating more opportunity for artists to get more exposure on their platform, and I like that. And most importantly, the artists are getting a bigger percentage over there. So I'm taking my money and going over there. I already canceled my account and stuff. I got a couple weeks left on Spotify. My playlist and all of that stuff will still be there for those of you who are still with it. But I'm currently recreating some of those playlists on Tidal for those of you who are over there. All right. That's why you talk about those polls, streams of income. Laugh out loud. Got it. Yo, you still... I appreciate the answer, and thanks for being so thorough, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank all of y'all for asking these questions, because it lets me know that y'all actually care about artists. Because a lot of people don't really care about like people like us who do this stuff. I see people bitch and moan about like equal rights and fair pay and all of this stuff when they're talking about general people, for like people in the general workforce. But when these same conversations come up around musicians, those same people are quiet as fuck. They have because again, they look at music either as something that should be free, or if they're supporting it in a way they feel like, yo, it should be inexpensive, but they don't consider like all of the costs to make it. My last album cost me probably like over $30,000, somewhere between $30,000-$40,000 adultish, right? When I fundraised for it, I made over $18,000 through Kickstarter, but like there's plenty of costs that came before we even launched that Kickstarter, thousands of dollars that were spent, and thousands that were spent after the fact, right? So this shit costs money to make, man. And most importantly, it takes away time from, like, he has a friend waiting on him to come back to his crib right now, but he's doing this, right? I got family who want to kick it and do different things, and then I'm missing a wedding because I gotta go do MomoCon later. You know what I mean? So like, it comes with a cost, literal like money expense at times, and other times like loss of time. So yeah, man. Is that app? Is that an app? I'll download it. So yeah, the app I was talking about is Tidal. Tidal.
Like a wave.
Yeah. So they literally pay. Like it's one of the only platforms that's paying artists a penny per play. And yo, keep in mind, we're fighting for a penny per play.
That's
Is
crazy,
ridiculous.
yeah.
It's a ridiculous thing. The other thing that's suspect about Spotify's too is that if you don't hit 1,000, I've talked about this like over and over again, but I'm just saying it one more time for anybody who's here who hasn't heard it. Literally, Spotify makes it where, and so does Deezer, for those of you in France. If you don't get 1,000 plays in a year, they don't pay out. And then those plays don't roll over into the next year. So like every year that your song doesn't do 1,000 plays in a year, they hold off on that money. And so that's roughly $4. Now that don't sound like a lot of money, but if you times 4 by every song you have, and if you're a person like me with hundreds of songs, and then there's like a section of my songs, a smaller percentage of my songs that do that number no problem or do significantly higher. And then there's another section of my songs that don't. So now times that $3.99 by 100 songs.
And then times that by all the artists that's on Spotify.
Over 85% of the artists on Spotify like struggle to get to 1,000 plays per year.
And they just pocket that money.
So they pocket all that bread. And the first year that Spotify introduced that is the first year that company made a profit.
Wow.
Just saying. So it's not a little bit of money. So that's such. I mean, that's what the kids call nasty work.
Yeah,
It's
disgusting.
diabolical.
That is diabolical. Yeah.
Always see a side hustle as work that doesn't relate or assign to my main gig. Anything related is just an extension or part of that grind necessary to further my work. There it is. Yeah, and I'm at this point now where nothing I do is really a side hustle anymore. You know what I mean?
It's essential.
All, it's
like,
all
damn.
connected to the business, you know? Also, this is free game for whoever is in this lane. That's dope. Some of these live stand does folks pay for. Salute to the GOAT, man. Thank you, family. I appreciate that, man. Damn, how does that 40K get allocated? Is it mostly the marketing and promotion or more the actual creation of it, like mixing and mastering? So, for example, right, like Haas Project, we paid like roughly $1,200 for like mixing or something like that. Something around that for like mixing and mastering, and then certain people involved or whatever, they're getting paid on the back end. They take percentages and stuff.
Pay
like
per
that.
beat. We pay per.
Yeah.
There's a lot of. We pay for. Well, we're blessed with some things as well, but like let's say like the artwork. Even just for like the last mixtape I did, that artwork was $500, and it's just a mixtape that I give away for free, you know. So like, but I'm looking at the artwork on his upcoming project, and it's got all this stuff going on. I'm like, oh, that's cake.
You know,
like that's cake. Right. I know, because the artist deserves it. No artist should be putting in that amount of work and not be getting paid. So I already know, and I know the type of person that you are, and you're gonna honor that. So I'm like, you're looking at thousands of dollars for artwork. It's like before the people even hear the music, you're already spending thousands of dollars, assuming you have it, and the average artist does not have it. You know, So
you're taking money from your full-time job, right?
Go.
Or other work you do to pay for, to invest. You're reinvesting the stuff. And so, it's a tough time. So, like, for example, for my album, a lot of that went into pre-production and stuff like that. Paying, say somebody like my bassist, shout out to Jonathan, you know what I mean? Like, paying Jonathan to play bass on tracks, you know what I mean? Which is a certain amount for every time he plays. Paying certain features, other features are willing to negotiate where we'll do trade-offs and stuff like that. Then also paying to clear samples, right? Like I had to pay to clear a sample on the record and stuff. And then then yes, there's marketing and stuff. So paying for ads, which could easily be anywhere from like low end $50 to several $100s a month, right? So that. Then in the middle of working on the album, my computer was running slower. So the computer I'm running this stuff off of now, that was a $3,500 investment, just the computer, right? So there's a ton, man, that really goes into that. And we did the budget before the album was released, and the minimum that I was trying to raise via Kickstarter was 10,000. And again, that was really only a third of what the record cost to make. So yeah, and like physical copies, like when people like, yo man, when you gonna drop more vinyl? I'm like, sir,
yeah,
you are one person. Think about anytime someone's come on here and say, when is more physical copies of an album drop? Now what I want you to also pay attention to is how many people are asking for that. Now, bare minimum, when we do like physical copies of his stuff or mine, that's at least 100 copies that got to get made. Now, doing that the cheapest way possible with vinyl is still going to cost you over $1,000. But in my case, I usually got to do a minimum of 300, right? And that'll make it cheaper per unit. But it also means that now instead of spending 1,000, like if it's only a single record, right, like a single LP, then maybe it's $3,000 and some change. But if it's a double LP, times that by 2. Now we're talking about almost $6,000. So just manufacturing the vinyl alone, right? Not even talking about cost of pre-production, mixing, mastering, all the things, paying for features, paying for samples to be clear. That by itself is $6,000. But I still got to manufacture CDs. And then I still got to manufacture the cassettes. And I still got to get posters printed. I still got to.
Then you got to still travel to be present.
Still got to travel.
Sell the stuff. You know?
The event that I'm doing, that I'm going to be promoting in a few minutes and stuff, like that event, the minimum budget that I'm doing for my event in February is $7,000. The minimum budget. That's how much we spent last year to do that event. And that's what homie's giving me the discounted rate. Okay? From the venue giving me discounted rate, to Hive giving me discounted rate, to everybody not charging me what they could be charging me. I still spent $7,000.
And people be like, the tickets is this much?
Come on, fam.
Like, yo, $10? Like, come on, man.
And it's like, hey, man, I asked you for $30, not $7,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, yo,
and we still don't break even.
Yeah, bro.
That's
like,
to survive.
I only made money last year because I sold merch. I was just gonna say, I was trying to explain this to one of my previous partners. I was like, yo, artists just look at the world differently because we invest in something that is not guaranteed to produce something on the end. So like the average person, you invest money in a car, you invest money in a home, you invest money in all these different things. You get an immediate payment back. You get something immediate from it. You know, like as an artist, like, yo, the music is in our heart, it's in our head. Like it's already beautiful before I record it. Like I don't need to record it to enjoy it. But we record it to put it out, hoping that it produces something in the back end that can sustain us. But that's not the case, and I don't think people like generally understand that, like, yo, that's a big risk that a small artist is taking to produce music for it to maybe be appreciated, maybe heard, to maybe get through the algorithm. Like even if it's great, it might not make it through the algorithm. Like yo, that's just like it's a lot, man. It's a lot. And I mean, yo, for us to get up, still do these things, be laughing, smiling with y'all, considering the challenges that come with this particular line of work. Like, yo, we are a rare breed. We are a rare breed because a lot of our peers are jaded. Like, yo, F this stuff. Like, I don't really give a shit about it. I ain't really trying to make this no more. A lot of dudes pivot to being content creators and stuff like that because, you know, there's more upfront money for that work than it is for being a musician.
I've definitely made more money being a content creator than I have been. Now, I've had some really great opportunities musically, but like no one's been like, yeah, before you make this random song, I'll pay you $700 to do this thing, blah blah blah. And it's like, yo, I make that on like one Instagram reel sometimes in the past. It's like, yo, like I don't know. I wish, you know, I wish that the industry was more catering to the fact that there's an investment that goes up front. I think it just like what we're doing right now, I think just more people need to be aware. Like they think that Spotify is expensive. It's like you pay what a month to have access to like millions of songs. That's you're not paying anything.
I used to pay $60 to buy 3 albums.
That's crazy.
Back in the day. Like on a Tuesday, buy 3 new albums was $60. Not to have access to millions of songs or whatever.
Millions, bro. At the palm of your hand, on the go.
For $120 a year. And folks are complaining.
They complain about that.
They complain about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, and I'm not here asking people to do anything I don't do myself. Right. Like those 2 albums you see up behind me, I paid for those.
Yeah.
There's times where because someone I work with did not send me a copy of my music, I literally paid for copies of my own music just to have a physical copy because the people I work with didn't have the decency to send me a physical copy. Like, this is where we are with it, fam. So, like, you know, I mean, man, I feel like I don't go on these rants all the time. I just answer questions as y'all throw them in, but people don't understand how challenging this stuff is. And there's very little sympathy for artists. And I find that's really appalling to me, mainly because unlike most people, like, yo, we do the kind of work that you do, right? So whatever job you working that you hate or what job you working that you love, a lot of us do that. But we also do this. So we can sympathize through what you're going through on your job. But the sympathy and the love and support and the encouragement, it doesn't come back the same way. Like, people just assume, like, folks are being greedy. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean?
Like, I've been a plumber.
Yeah, bro.
So I know the value of plumbing and how disgusting a job that is. And then, but at the same time, like, I know the value of music. Like, imagine, like, plumbing's important, but imagine a world without music.
Yeah, well, imagine imagine a world without art in
like,
general.
come on, bro.
Right? Like we're literally in a room right now where art's on the walls, but like what people don't realize, everything is art. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the table that we're using, like every major I can think of at an art school, I can connect it with a physical item in this room. You know what I mean? Because I know, but the average person doesn't know that. The
world would be dry, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, exactly. But sorry, we're skipping.
Nah, that's real. I'm gonna answer. We can answer this quickly.
We gotta get through
some things. But y'all are asking great questions, and so just making time for all of it. How do you guys feel about the rise of AI allowing people to drastically save on those costs, but at the cost of ethical concerns and replacing human talent?
I'm worried more about the water that we burning up with AI, to be honest. But you can start if you want.
Yeah. So I'm definitely not a person who's completely anti-AI. I also will honestly tell y'all that I am a person who has used it and sometimes, not every day, but I've used it probably, you know, more than a few times, to say the least. I typically do not use it in my creative process. And why I say typically is, like, there are some times where I'll have an idea in my head that I want to sketch out or design. And I sometimes have used AI to kind of show me, like, I'll give it the prompt so it can kind of lay out what it is I'm thinking about and then see how much that aligns with what I see in my head. But rather than posting that artwork, because I can draw, because I know design, because I can do all of these different things, I reconstruct it, you know what I mean, based on that mock-up. So I use it in that way, like artistically, not on work that I ultimately put out and share with y'all. You know, so more so through like little things in my process. Even what I'm telling you now, that is something, if I create a piece of art 10 times, maybe I do that once. You see what I'm saying? I don't really use it in my music. Not really. I don't use it at all in my musical process.
Yeah, people using it to write songs.
Yeah, 100%.
I've used the AI only with Midjourney to create like small images that I would use for posts on like Substack. But I never used it to make money. If I'm going to make something that I plan to make money from, I'll try to hire an artist. Like right now, I want to produce t-shirts and I'm trying to find an artist to commission to draw it. My first thought isn't like go to AI, but I could. But as an artist, I would never do that because it's like, yo, I'd rather work with a human because, anyways.
That's real. So like, I use it more for like business administrative stuff, right? Now,
contracts,
people will say
stuff.
Like a friend of mine who's a lawyer, like when I said this to her, she definitely had a problem with it. And what I told her was like, I was like, yo, I absolutely use it to help me with contracts and things of that nature and stuff like that. And she was like, so you perfectly fine with using it for not paying a lawyer, but they
be busting heads though, man.
So what I said to her, I was like, hey, what you get paid per hour and what you charge people per hour is very different than what people are willing to pay me per hour. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's not the same, because here's the thing. you can go to a school that isn't necessarily the best of the schools to get your law degree, right? But still ultimately come out and pretty much demand the same money. It's like, fam, I went to one of the top art schools in the world, and still I'm out here struggling to convince people that to pay me what I should be getting paid. Like, you're complaining to me that I'm charging too much, but meanwhile, the school I went to in the 90s cost $30,000 a year. That school right now costs over $70,000 a year to go to.
Wow.
Because it's one of the best schools in the world for art. But here I am struggling to convince people to pay me what they should be paying me for graphic design, considering what my reputation as an artist is, considering what my educational background is, etc., etc., etc. Lawyers don't have that problem.
No,
you know what I mean?
It's funny. There's a guy who wanted to invest in the Echo album, and he was like,
Or
yo,
not to the same degree, I should say. Yeah.
He was like, yo, I want to put like $10,000 towards it. We drafted up a little agreement between the two of us, but then he was like, you know what, I want to take it to a lawyer. The lawyer was like, yeah, you know, this looks pretty good, but we could clean this up, blah blah blah. I could draft up something, maybe 20 pages. It would be like $1,000. I have it to you in like a day or so. It's like, you take $1,000 to rewrite the words that are already written. It's like, I get it, you know, maybe I understand there's a lot of work in your education and stuff, but like, yo, $1,000 for like,
Fam.
we can draft this up. You will pay this and I will pay this. And it's like, that could be the agreement. But like, because of your, $1,000 is a lot,
Fam.
you know.
This one lawyer I worked with needed a $3,000 retainer.
Just to start, right?
Just to start.
Just to talk to you.
And then after that, to negotiate this contract that was sent to me, the contract was 25 pages long. She needed $250 per page. Not to write the contract, to read the contract, review it, and then come back to me with notes. $250 per page.
Per page is crazy.
After a $3,000 retainer.
And she might be using AI.
Well, now I mean, this was
I'm
before,
just saying, but
now she could be. Absolutely,
you never know.
So how I use it now is like, for example, someone sends us a contract. This actually happened, right? They sent us a contract for Hav. You know, as his manager, I took time to read the contract. I made my notes, and then my missus, who's also my business partner, she read the contract and gave feedback. Then before I sent my feedback to him and met with him, what I did was I uploaded the contract to ChatGPT, and then I asked it. I was like, "Yo, what are some things in this contract that may not be beneficial for this artist long term, right?" Based on the current state of like the industry. And then it came back and it gave me all these notes. I was super proud of myself because about 90, maybe 85% of my notes lined up with the things it pointed out. But then it also caught a few things I missed. And I was just like, okay. But like after that, I didn't use it to draw up a new contract. I just made my notes or whatever based on that, added those 2 bullet points that I missed, and then met with him and presented the information or whatever. And then we came back to them.
I already had my reservations.
Yeah. And
so it's not my fault the album taking so long. Sorry.
Yeah, we absolutely tried to do this a different way.
Screwed.
But here we are, you know? So anyway, man, I appreciate the questions per usual. Let's get back to it, you know, so we can get Hav out of here on time. All right. So yeah, man, we mentioned that Aztec dropped a new joint. Shout out to the homie Aztec. Hey. Yeah, man, we met Aztec.
MomoCon.
Yeah, MomoCon.
That's when I met him.
Yeah. And that's when you met him. Yeah, because I met him before.
I was gonna say you probably know him already.
Yeah. And so yeah, man. Shout out to Aztec. You can check out his new project with Cloak and Dagger called Veil Mechanics. It's out right now, and it features the homie Javier Starks.
I'm just one of many artists. So many Superstitions featured on there. Cole Quan is featured on there. A bunch of really dope homies. Yeah,
man. But shout out to all of them, man. It's a great look and stuff, man. You know, make sure y'all show love and check it out when you get a chance. Yeah, for sure. All right. So wanted to give y'all a heads up on that. But man. So the long-awaited EP from the homie Javier Starks, man. This is what the artwork looks like. The music's done, it's mixed, mastered, all of that. What we're doing is strategically coming up with this rollout plan so we can, get the pre-orders in and cover some of the costs and stuff for the project moving forward. But yeah, man, we're excited for y'all to see this artwork and stuff. You want to tell them about the artwork? Who's the artist that did it?
Yo, this artwork is done by a friend of ours who's recently became a friend, but I've always been a fan of his work. His name is Nicholas Draper Ivy, and like, this guy is incredible. Like, these are one of those things that would normally cost you billions of dollars type vibes, but they work out something for you because they believe in what you're doing. But Nicholas Draper Ivy is super talented, black visual artist, has done work with DC, whoever. He's like working with all these. Yo, you have to check him out.
Panther, soundtrack cover.
Bro, he's an amazing human too. And
he's a cool dude.
So we're excited about this. It turned out really well. He got me into tech wear, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Machine BD6 squad. And man, Nicholas took his time with this. He was open to suggestions and he made adjustments. And considering what he has on his plate, I'm like, thanks for getting back to us, bro. Thanks for making it happen.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really dope, man. Hope y'all like the vibe of the cover art and stuff.
Text work by this guy.
I did the font and stuff, and like some of the design around the text that you're looking at. Man, and like for those of you who are familiar with the TV show and stuff, that Echo has this device that he uses to manipulate time and stuff. So that's what you're seeing in the letter O. But yeah, man, can't wait for y'all to hear this project. Look, today we our goal was to hit 5 super chats and stuff. We currently got 1 super chat, but then the homie Joshua McGee gifted a membership, so we're gonna count that as one of the contributions for the day.
And what about Happy Mochi?
Yeah, and Happy Mochi also made a contribution. Yeah. So, and Maglo, I think, accepted said membership or became a new member.
That's beautiful.
So I'm going to say we're at 4. That's how I feel. Okay, fair enough. What I'm going with. I'm going to say we're at 4 because, what Happy Mochi did behind the scenes too. So if we get 1 more, we'll consider it 5, and then we'll move on and play some unreleased music for y'all. Let y'all hear something maybe from this project and definitely something from this upcoming Bob Ballard.
Yeah, I want to hear that one from the Bob Ballard project.
I appreciate it, bro.
That joint's fire.
Man. Yes, sir. Realize as much as I'm here, it was time. That time. Thank you, bro. Appreciate the love, man. Got nothing but love for you, bro. I promise you, we only say good things about you behind the scenes.
For sure, bro.
You know what I mean?
Asking about you.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that Andre Reynolds? Andre Reynolds?
Yeah, shout out to Andre Reynolds. Said the artwork is really cool.
Check him out on IG, bro. He's got some really great stuff, y'all.
Yeah, it's Nicholas Ivy Draper.
Nicholas Draper Ivy, yeah.
Yeah, I'm mixing it up. Yeah, man. All right. See what we got next. Make sure if you haven't followed Substantial Art and Music on Bandcamp, you do that. It's a great way to make sure you get notified by any of the artists that we're working with. Shout out to the homie Millen who joined up with us recently. Of course, Javier Starks. Yeah, Millen's good people, man. Watch out for new music from Millen. He just dropped a song a couple weeks ago called Playwright.
Okay.
Super dope. Go stream that immediately. Not immediately. Immediately. And then also, look out, man. He's dropping some Christmas music. He got 2 songs that he's about to drop for the Christmas season.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, he just, I know you got to go, but he sent me
It's all good. I can hang a little bit.
Yeah, he sent me a clip of one of the joints he's releasing, which is a cover of Nat King Cole's joint. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Millen's dope. And of course, Bob Ballard is on the way. I'm also quietly working on my next solo album. Yeah. I already got the title and all of that. So man, next year is going to be a busy year. Next year is mainly going to be focused on getting his project out, getting Bob Ballard's project out. Whatever Millen got going on, and then also celebrating the 25th anniversary of my first album, right? To This Union, A Son Was Born. And happy to say, man, that so far for filming of the documentary, we're a good 4 hours of footage in. The other day, man, something we did, I don't have it around here now, but I have these cassettes that I used to mail my wife while I was in Japan for that first trip. It was just me recording my voice and telling her what was happening. Sometimes letting Nujabes and Mona Risic like say stuff to her. So it was crazy being able to hear their voices for like the first time in a long time. So that was very emotional. And then also hearing my boy Tomo on there, shout out Sphere of Influence. But yeah, there's a part of the documentary that we filmed so far where it's literally me and my wife just sitting on the couch playing these old tapes, listening to that, and then talking about all of the feelings. Yeah, man, I was soft as baby shit on those tapes, bro.
Nice.
Like a whole lot of like missing my wife, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was dope. All right, so real quick, just want to remind y'all, man, we are, very close to the Think Different Tribute Jam, which is happening in 2026. It's happening February 6th. It's going to be me with the Sons Hughes, my live band. That's Lizzie Blue, AJ Rios. Jonathan can't make it this year, but Stephanie Gale. And then we got special guest Malcolm Jackson, percussionist Malcolm Jackson. Clap it up for the homie. He's going to be coming to play with the band. We have officially confirmed that Orion Song is going to be joining us from Cali. He's coming out. He came out last year, but this year he's actually going to be performing. So you can expect to hear beautiful work live with the band, which is going to be crazy. Javier Starks is officially joining us to perform.
Starks blessing it.
Yeah, Starks blessing it. He's taking a break from hosting this year to just perform and give y'all a preview of his upcoming EP. And then we got the homie Black Root, who's going to be stepping up to host.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, man, great dude. He's also going to be promoting his new book, so he'll have that for sale. And we're going to be joined by Shawnee Shee, who did the artwork. This is the new flyer that y'all are looking at right now. This flyer is actually a glimpse of what the 25th anniversary artwork is going to look like for the vinyl, right?
And who did this?
Shawnee Shee.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice,
Shawnee Shee. Clap it up for her.
Yeah,
Shawnee
she's
did
dope.
the art. So man, if you really love this artwork, this is a glimpse of how the new vinyl is going to look, how the 25th anniversary CD is going to look. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm planning to do cassettes next year. So I'm looking at a lot of projects that came out before that was never on cassette, and considering releasing some of those. But yeah, man, if you haven't grabbed your tickets for this event yet, you can do so by scanning this QR code here at the top of the video. Yeah, man, so definitely grab your tickets. We have a couple different things happening. We have early bird tickets available right now. We also have, what's it called? We have 2 VIP options. So the $50 VIP will get you early access to the venue. It's cold in these streets, so you want to get inside a bit earlier, which is also going to allow you to get some photos early with the performers, get your stuff signed early. We're also offering a discount rate for all merchandise. Like, so if you come in early, anything that's at the Sub Art and Music booth, you're going to get a discount code to be able to use when you make purchases later that day. So that's just some of the things available with the VIP stuff. And then there's going to be $100 VIP thing that's going to give you access to the venue the following day, because we're doing a brunch where we're going to be showing some extended footage from the upcoming documentary directed by the homie Dimitri Max. So and he, for those who don't know, he's the guy who directed the Salt and Pepper music video. Okay. So we're doing a feature length documentary. So this is going to be at least probably 45 minutes to an hour long that we're working on. So yeah, man, this year is going to be a big deal. It's going to be bigger than last year. We're hoping to have more people than last year, and we had over 150 people come out. Also, when you go get your tickets, look, there's hotel information. For those of you who are traveling from afar, you can, or traveling from abroad, I should say, you can look up the Residence Inn. There's information on the Eventbrite page that shows you hotel info and a code that you can use to lock in this discounted rate. So we only have a couple of rooms in that block available. So you want to act fast for those of you who plan on attending. All right, let's get to these comments. I think Sacrifice is top 3 best album covers ever. It's minimal brilliance.
Nice.
Yo, thank you so much, man. Shout out to the homie Eddie B. Toombs the fourth, who did the photo for the album cover. Shout out to Tone Deaf, who also did some edits on that cover. And me, you know, just working on the art direction for it and doing the overall layout of the entire cover. But thank you, fam. I appreciate that. Hey Sub, do channel members get things even Patreon members don't get? I don't want to do both, but don't know if
he said I want to do both.
I want to do both, but don't know if I'd be able to add the membership right now. So right now, I'm making a conscious effort to make sure that y'all both get the same things, right? So currently Patreon has access to more, right? So I would say if you're Patreon right now, don't feel like you got to be a YouTube member as well. I'm gonna make sure that whoever's a member over here also gets access over here. So as I told a fan that wrote me recently, who I'm currently writing back right now, because they got a lot of life stuff happening, but make sure that like you don't feel like you got to support me everywhere I am, right? Pick which one makes the most sense for you and your budget and what you feel like is giving you the best options. Currently, Patreon has more to offer. I'm slowly working to, you know, I just launched the YouTube thing. So like I'm slowly adding stuff to it, but I'm doing my best to make sure that whatever goes up on Patreon is also available here on YouTube for members. Okay? So thank you for that question, man. That's an important question. All right. Let's, you know what? Look, man, you know, we ain't going to wait to see if we hit the goal. You know what I mean? I'm going to just give them the joints because y'all contributed. It's the holiday season. Y'all got more important things.
I want to hear 1,000 Miles Away again.
All right, cool. So we'll start with this track, 1,000 Miles Away. This is actually something that that I played when I had a rough draft of it. I played it before, but we didn't have the mix. So right now what you're about to hear is the master, the pre-master, I should say.
So I got the shivers just thinking about it. It's so good.
Don't hype it. All right, I'm gonna let you put the headphones on since you want to hear it more than me. So you get. I've listened to it a lot more than he has. Yeah, so let's bring up this track real quick. And please let me know if any other weird sounds pop up from my phone. So I'm trying to turn the ringer and bells and whistles off. All right, here we go. We're about to play a joint. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me get my sound effects and stuff ready. You know what I mean? So we're about to play the joint. And what we're going to do, we're going to drop this joint right here. Play this exclusive joint from Bob Alloy from our upcoming album. The song is called 1,000 Miles Away or 1,000 Miles Away, featuring Javier Stocks, produced by Marcus D. So this is from Bob Alloy. Also, again, I've played this on the show before. This is an updated version. All right, here we go.
If you were 1,000 miles away, you catch a flight today. If you need me, call a wide awake. I'll be there right away. Please believe me.
1,000 miles away, catch a flight today. If you need me, call a wide awake. I'll be there right away.
If you were 1,000 miles away,
I make it bike a plane.
if you need me, I'll do more than pray to be there right away. Please believe me.
1,000 miles away,
I could find a way.
just like tipping fights in '98.
Be there right away. Please believe me. Got time, like Trevor Smith, got rhymes. So if you fall on hard times, go ahead and hit my hotline. I was your struggle, not mine. We been in the cut like old infections, bro. We not trying to wait no cliffhangers to the next episode. I'm about mine. So if you my people and need that helping hand, hit up stand. Give me a ring, but please, I keep the wedding band. If indeed a better man exists, shit, you should marry them. If they sabotage your plan for kicks, you should bury them. Pack up all your things and leave out quick from that aquarium. Who better to stand to teach you how to fish? I'm pescatarian. You're never worrying if I'm riding with you to the very end. Fam, whether related by blood or distant cuz or married then. Don't care if you win or lose. Long as you choose to give it the best that you have. Got your back. These are nothing but facts. No matter wherever you at. Standing by like a stand-up guy. Stand on biz cause the man don't lie. Cross my heart. Hand to the sky to the man up high. You were 1,000 miles away.
That verse is crazy.
Thank you,
If you
bro.
need me, call a wide awake. I'll be there right away.
Please believe me, 1,000 miles away. Catch a flight today. If you need me, call a wide awake. I'll be there right away.
If you were 1,000 miles away.
I make it bike a plane.
If you need me, I'll do more than pray to be there right away.
Please believe me, 1,000 miles away.
I said find a way.
Just like tipping Fife in 98.
Be there right away.
Yo, where my fam at? I'm trying to see the hands in the crowd. Some go out on a limb, but bet me I'ma go to town. Cause a win for them's a win for me. Free rent, I'm down for centuries. How sins will be like moons and night. We all shine eventually. I'ma wait my turn. I'm like Gara with the sands of time. Your plans are mine. We share a grind, bonded like the terracotta. They analyze it but can't touch us like pantomimes. In this pond we got a bump, got a squad full of aeropalma. Big fish, Shark Tank, share your thoughts, we get that ghost. Stick around while they circle exit like this tic-tac-toe. Break bread, lend a hand, extend the bridge, skip that moat. Castle with the rookies, build a dynasty, it's just that dope. What they smoking, thinking they can stop us, we the loudest pack, been solo leveling. Now I support with overpowered stats. I'm the ace in the hole, the coward should cower ass. Starks, I'm the realest, night and white to fight when I
If you
was
were
black.
1,000 miles away, I catch a flight today. If you need me, call a wide awake. I'll be there right away.
Please believe me, 1,000 miles away. Catch a flight today. If you need me, call a wide awake. I'll be there right away.
If you were 1,000 miles away.
I make it bike a plane.
If you need me, I'll do more than pray to be there right away.
Please believe me, 1,000 miles away.
I said find a way.
Just like tipping Fife in 98.
Be there right away. Please believe me, talk to you.
Exclusive.
If you need a homie, call you do. Never slipping or tripping, I'm just falling through. Cutting up, giving face out just like my barber do. And it's all for you. Let me talk to you. If you need a homie, call you do. Never slipping or tripping, I'm just falling through. Cutting up, giving face out just like my barber do. And it's all for you. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Yo, hope y'all enjoyed that, man. Yeah, how you feel about that, man?
That track is crazy, bro. I remember I first heard that beat. I was like, "Oh yes, please,
Please and thank you, sir.
please, yo."
Please, sir, can I have some more?
My gosh.
My favorite substantial song is QT, and that gave me
Hey.
similar vibes.
Quiet
Loved it.
Time
Wow.
is fire, bro.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, yo. Thank y'all, man. I'm glad y'all enjoyed the joint. Yeah, man. It's yeah. If you were 1,000 miles away, love that joint, man. Yeah, the album is crazy and stuff, man. Shout out to Hive. Shout out to I don't need to hear it. Yeah, I mean, I'm good. Yeah, babe. But right. Shout out to Hive. Shout out to all of the features on the new album. We got Blue on the new album. We got Steph on the new album.
The phenomenal.
Yeah, we got Uyama Hiroto on the new album.
He's so talented.
Yeah, man. We
Stupid
got
talented.
Joe D on the new album.
Damn it.
We got One Below on the new album.
Crazy.
Jesus, I know I'm forgetting somebody.
We got
man.
Substantial on
Yeah,
the
Substantial's
album.
kind of
It's
cool. He's on there.
Crazy.
Shout out to our homie Ariel, who's playing strings on some of the tracks, on at least 2 tracks. Shout out, and he has vocals on the track with Uyama. He's like backing something I was singing on there. Yeah, we got artwork by Shuhei, who did the artwork for the very first Bop Alloy album. And yo, man, it's a great record. It's a really, really great record. I feel like it's our best work, but I feel like that every time I release something, I'm not in the business of releasing something that I don't feel like is a step above what I did before.
Agreed.
It's like before I drop something, I need to feel that way at least. I know y'all are gonna feel how you feel, but just know that if I got something new coming out, it's because I believe it's better than the last thing I've done. You know what I mean? But yeah, yo, let's go to these comments real quick. Hey Sub, I listened to This Union, A Son Was Born, and Adultish. What album do you recommend I listen to next? Also love your music so far. Hey, thank you so much, fam. Those are great. Those are two great records to start work. My first album and my most recent album. I would say, like of my solo stuff, the next one for you to check out should be The Past Is Always Present in the Future. I feel like before I dropped Adultish, I felt like that was my best solo work. I still feel like if it ain't the best, it's definitely one of my best. Bare minimum. There's a lot of different subject matter on it and stuff. A lot of great features on that record too. Uyama's on that record. Systar's on that record. DJ Hive does some cutting on that record on 2 tracks. There's beats from Marcus D. Shout out to Greenspan, who's on that record, the homie Green. Yeah, it's a great joint. So check out The Past Is Always Present in the Future. All right. 2026, I cannot wait. Running in the store. I'll catch y'all later. Keep shining. Peace, man. Good to see you here,
I'm gonna
brother.
hit you up, bro.
Kickstarter, come on. I know it's coming soon, man. We just got to get the last thing cleared for it. We're trying to finish this track list. So once we got the track list set, we'll add that to the Kickstarter, and then we'll launch. And just know that if it launches before Christmas, don't feel like you can't contribute, right? Because I know what people think when they like, yo, I want to contribute, but I ain't got the money right now. Kickstarter is not going to take the money for at least 30 days. So you can even pick something small, right? And then if you feel like later on your money's better, you can upgrade what you wanted to do. Or if you felt like you were going to have more money than you have, you can downgrade too. You know what I mean? But the key thing with Kickstarter is we start with good momentum, because the sooner we hit our goal or get close to it, the more people contribute. But if it starts really slow, it's almost a death sentence for most of these campaigns. You know what I mean? So I will keep y'all posted the second I know something. All right. Always love the art on The Past Is Always Present in the Future. So I'll definitely check it out. Thank you, family. Appreciate that. All right. You got to make moves. All right. Everybody, yo, one more time for the homie Hav. You know what I mean? Clap it up for him.
Thank y'all for having me.
You got one. Was it play one joint on your way out, like party music?
Sure.
Yeah, let me see if I can find one of these blickies in here. What's that? Mine?
Shimmer. Shimmer.
Mm-hmm.
Let's play Shimmer.
Mm-hmm.
If we got any Arcane fans in the building, my new project's themed around Arcane, Echo from Arcane specifically, and this song that we're gonna play is called Shimmer. And this is a beautiful record. So for those who haven't seen the show, Shimmer in the show was a drug that was plaguing the underworld. Not only was it a drug that they used for, pleasure, but also Shimmer functioned kind of like physicality or like a strength enhancing, power enhancement. So they used it to become like mutated versions of themselves to exact revenge on people who had harmed them. So it was a drug, but also a tool. So like it was running rampant. So this song is themed around the idea of shimmering in real life, and what people will and will not do to reach the goals that they're trying to reach, whether they do it through integrity, how low would you go, like how when you're in the rock bottom, do you change, anyways, but yeah. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, we gonna drop the joints. Let's put that up there. All right, so we're gonna play this exclusive joint from Hive. It is called Shimmer, as he already broke down to y'all.
Exclusive.
Hope y'all dig it. You better, because it is fire. Shout out to Marcus D on the beat.
Yo.
All right, here we go. Coming through for you?
Now it's coming.
joint. Hold on. I was wondering. I was like,
I was like, this sounds different.
Right. Hold on. Pull up.
I was like, I like the beat anyway.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it
it sounded amazing.
good.
Hold on. Here
I
we go.
was like, man.
My bad.
I was like, the lead vocals, I should have been like, how far will you fall?
I know. I was waiting for him to rap it. Here we go.
Yo.
All right. Rewind. Here we go.
Remix.
All right. Got it.
This, man. Yo, Marcus D, bro.
Yeah. Straight up.
Shimmer. Yo, how low would you go for a shimmer? How high can you get? How far will you fall? When the top is so close, victory on the tip of your lips. This little light, I will grind for it. This little light, I will die for it. Said this little light, I will grind for it. This little light, I will die for it. How you feeling when you at the bottom of the bottle? What you revealing? What you swallow? Did it hollow your spirit? Did it gobble the image? Your peace of mind and your mind, did it coddle the bottomless pit of feelings you hidden? Was you scared when you ran from it? Was it real, or did it bring you a revelation of dangers prepared? Did it bring your attention to things you would never mention, or did it put you into position to be more defensive? Can you hear it? Screams from souls below, built over dream chasers whose goals were bulldozed. Every day the course just gets colder. Enforcers, they just call it quote. How low would you go for a shimmer of hope? How high could you get? How far would you fall when the top is so close? Victory on the tip of your lips. And this little light I would cry for. This little light I would die for. This little light I would cry for. This little light I would die for. Is that power? If you choose to use it, are you alpha? And if you choose to deny it, will you die as a coward? Question, are you using it or is it using you? Should vermin determine what you really couldn't do? Were you proud when you got revenge? Was it wild or did it bring you some peace? Did it clear up the mental clouds? What's the cost of living when living larger, forbidden and minimizing to survive is the only way to fit in and is. Fitting in really a solid way to move? If you know that standing out is the equivalent to doom, do you have a choice? Can you live with what you choose? Is the conquest for power for fools? How low would you go for a shimmer of hope? How high could you get? How far would you fall when the top is so close? Victory on the tip of your lips. And this little light I will cry for. This little light I will die for. This little light I will cry for. This little light I will die for. How low would you go for a shimmer of hope? How high could you get? How far would you fall when the top is so close? Victory on the tip of your lips. And this little light I will cry for. This little light I will die for. This little light I will cry for. This little light I will die for.
Yeah.
He said,
Right.
Is it power? Is that power? If you choose to use it, are you alpha? And if you choose to deny it, will you die as a coward? Question, are you using it or is it using you? Should vermin determine what you can or... Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. Joint's
Bro, it's just some real stuff. Some real questions. You know, I think these questions apply to real life. But if you've seen the show, it's even better.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, what makes the project so dope is like, it's dope whether you've seen the show or not, right? Like, if you've never seen Arcane, you know, like, it's still a really good album to listen to or EP to listen to. But if you've seen it and you catch the references and you realize that even if you didn't know the references, this is still dope. Like, oh my God. Shit is crazy. It's crazy, man. Yeah, thank y'all, man. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it, man. Shout out to Tone Deaf for mixing it.
Yes, he killed
mixed
it.
and mastered the
Bro,
joint.
Tone body.
Yeah, some of the colors he added, like to the tracks.
Took these
and stuff.
songs and took them. They evolved like Pokemon.
He took already dope songs and found a way to make them doper.
He
He
took Charizard to the next Charizard. It was already fire.
Yeah,
Don't get it twisted. But after I heard those mixes, I was like, oh, Damn.
Yeah, man, having the right person engineering or like mixing your stuff or mastering your stuff, man, like makes a world of difference.
Cost, man.
It was he worth every penny though.
Yeah, he is.
He did
Definitely
excellent job.
I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Yeah, man. Glad y'all enjoyed the music today and stuff, man. We're gonna let Hob get out of here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set us up with a quick intermission and stuff. Let a music video play while Hob prepares to make moves and stuff, and then we'll come back and I'll give y'all some more updates.
I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one. Y'all keep your heads up, even if life is life.
Yeah, for sure, man. And when we come back, I'm gonna update y'all on these events as well as updating y'all on. We're gonna talk about the Nas and Primo album when we come back. All right, so let's go ahead and get a music video going. I'm gonna let Hive pick the video. You know what I mean?
Anyone?
So like from here to here. So any of these.
You got Reed Richards?
Is that in there?
No.
Oh, I'm tripping. I need to put that joint in there.
Do Salt and Pepper then.
Salt and Pepper it is. All right. So yo, I'm gonna leave y'all with Salt and Pepper. Shout out to my brother Dimitri. Salt and Pepper's gonna play. After the video plays, we're gonna come back and close out the show. All right. Here we go.
I was at tour.
So it was good. It was a lot of fun, man.
That's good. That's good. I know you got some new music for me.
Oh yeah, man. We've been cooking, man. We got a music video, you know what I mean, for Salt and Pepper.
Oh, let's get it popping.
All right, here you go.
Beard God status. Shout out to all my bearded brethren. From that young stubble to that strong black on black. And that wisdom and experience that you get with that.
Living legend ain't gotta die. Breaking flexing ain't gotta die. Truth is free, I ain't gotta lie. Come get this wisdom, I gotta lie. Salt and pepper, oh boy, you season. Fresh for nothing, don't need a reason. She seasoned too, my old babe. Cool and sweet, she sorbet. Always, all day. Been in good hands all state. Should've been new to forte. Old boy can't come to play games with it. From the era they used to slap plagiarists. Too great to hate, too authentic to fake. Trailblazing, made my own lane with it. This seafood sub, the most dangerous. Y'all seafood subs with a drinking chips. I'm a 4-course meal stamp with golden seals with no tour or deal. I make bank with it. Come bang with it. Y'all show y'all ass, but ain't second shit. I'm way different. Got room to grow, I'm still learning. Y'all cash is ass, I'm still earning. It's all love and I'm serving. 2 decades of drive without swerving. Enjoy your moment. I'm built to last, my folks is spoken. Old man Logan, self-deroning. No master except the ones I'm owning. Grown man flowing, let me learn ya. Focus, you too concerned with the. Look at all that wisdom. Look at all that wisdom. Look at all that wisdom. Oh, you like that? Come get some. Look at all that wisdom. Look at all that wisdom. Look at all that wisdom. Oh, you like that?
Yo, so the only thing I hated about that was that I felt that was like a barbershop joke, right? Like I feel like everybody shouldn't have heard that joke.
Right.
Because everybody don't really understand how it sounds.
No fear, did it my way. Flip my beard like Pai Mei. Went from no one over my name to sold out shows in Taipei. From up and coming to classic status. 8 opera sites with this apparatus. Stay ready, game steady, you talk and practice. Carry that weight like Spike and Atlas. Came up with assassins on mics. Hats off the vice, I black out the night. Let me. Better take notes, forever get better, I'm dope. Y'all do the most, while I get paid in my sleep. Ironically, I'm still woke, whoa. I learned from young and the old, oh. A master at matching the flows, yo. Building these bridges while sharing my vision. If you wasn't hip, now you know, whoa. Man on the fiction, I handle my business. Your man's only mission is growth. Look at all that wisdom. Look at all that wisdom. wisdom. Look at all that wisdom. Look at all that wisdom. You like that? Look at all that wisdom. Look at all that wisdom. Look at all that wisdom. You like that?
Yo. Alright, we are back. Shout out to Hav. Sitting here next to a empty seat right now. Oh, hold up. Yeah, let's mute that. Check. There we go. Yeah, man. But yo, thank y'all again, man. Hope y'all are enjoying the show so far. Shout out to Javier, man. Thank him for coming through. Let's get into these other updates and stuff, man, so y'all know all of the other things going on. Shout out to Dimitri Max for directing that video. Shout out to Kokai for doing the remix of Salt and Pepper. Glad y'all enjoyed it. And I appreciate all the comments too, man. I look like a Bears fan today. So this right here, I don't know if y'all noticed, man. This is some of the new merch on the site or whatever. You know, these sweatshirts, they're oversized sweatshirts. So if you're a person that loves a nice sweatshirt, especially during this season, you know, and more importantly, what I've been trying to do is introduce less flashy merchandise. I know not everybody's a t-shirt person. Not everyone loves huge graphics. And so this is just an embroidered shirt right here with the substantial tag. And then it has the sub art and music joint, the branding on the sleeve. You know what I mean? And we got them in different colors. So, but yeah, man. Yeah, hopefully your hoodie ships soon. The company that I use, all of this stuff is made to order, so it's not just waste. So it's not just like a bunch of merch just sitting in boxes in a shop. So things get made to order, so it does take a little bit. It should arrive to you before the holiday, though. So I appreciate your patience. But for the record, I am not a Bears fan. I actually don't watch football at all these days, and no disrespect to the Bears. You know what I mean? Historic franchise and stuff, but I'm not a Bears fan. The colorway, like orange is my favorite color, and navy blue always looks good next to orange. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to all my art school folks who already knew that. But let's get into these updates and keep it moving, man. So, a couple things. So, one, just a reminder that after the February show in March, I will be going on a tour in Europe with the homie Marcus D. Our first, I just realized something. I am tripping. Hold up. The flyers are out of order. So yes, we are touring in Europe, and we have 2 shows confirmed, and we currently have at least 2 that are tentative right now. So first show that we're doing is now on March 21st. March 21st, we're going to be in Lisbon, Portugal. Performing in Lisbon, Portugal for the first time ever. We'll be at the Village Underground at Lisbon. And yeah, man, I'm super excited. I'm excited because, again, first time performing in Portugal, but also excited because it is, you know, an opportunity for me not just to rock with my brother Marcus D, but my man Bisco Smith. Some of y'all may have heard me talk about him before, but Bisco Smith used to go by DJ Biscuit when I was in college, and the mixtape that DJ Biscuit made at the time was literally the mixtape that Nujabes heard when Tomo played it for him, that ultimately got me signed to Hideout and led us to where we are right now. So this will be a first time me connecting in person with my man Bisc in years. So I'm super excited about that. Super excited about performing in Lisbon for the first time. It's going to be a legendary night. So that's coming up. And then March 22nd, we'll be performing in Madrid. Also my first time performing in Madrid and going to Spain. So 2 countries I've never been before, and I've been a lot of places, so that's saying a lot. And super excited about that. We're at Sala Villanos, so I've been practicing my Spanish, you know, like shout out to Duolingo, getting my Spanish reps in every day and stuff, man, gearing up for that. It looks like I need to start practicing some Portuguese as well. based on that other show. But yeah, man, it's going to be a really dope tour so far. We're in talk right now. We have a date locked in for Rennes, France. We'll be in Rennes, France. We haven't announced the official show yet, but it looks like we're going to be in Rennes, France as well. And we're currently in talks with Paris, a venue there too. So, but yeah, man, Soul Tiger, take care, man. Thanks for being with us and stuff. Hope you enjoyed the show today. But yeah, man, take care of yourself, and you definitely stay warm as well. Shout out to all my East Coast and Midwest folks. I know it's chilly out here. So, but yeah, man. Also, let's get to more updates. MomoCon still happening May 21st through the 24th. Catch me with Alan Z, Aztec, who we mentioned earlier in the show, my homie Mega Ran, Stolen Drums, and Zed Tabani. So that is happening May 21st through the 24th. Our show, which is called From Adult Swim to Lo-Fi, or as we like to call it, Fast Life, is going to be happening on the 22nd. May 22nd is when the show is going to be popping. That is happening in Atlanta. You can get your tickets for that now. And there's going to be a ton of merch and stuff available. There is a chance that we may end up doing an East Coast tour. So, I'll keep y'all posted. I've been talking to Zed and Rand about that. We may be joined by Alan Z as well. So we're working out things and stuff with Alan, Rand, and Zed for us to possibly hit the road leading up to our show at Momo. So if that pans out, I'll report back. Y'all know y'all will catch these updates as soon as I got something to tell you. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, so let's talk about it, man. Right now, man, we've had an amazing year for rap music, right? It's funny that on one hand, people are talking about how it's no longer on Billboard, like top 40 and stuff like that, or hasn't been in quite some time. That's been one of the narratives that's been circulating this year. And the reality of it is that may be a bad thing for some folks, but for anybody who really cares about hip hop culture, I know when I first heard that, I'm like, why should I give a shit? Like, I don't really care. I don't care if I like something, but the masses doesn't, right? If it's not harmful, knocking mics down. Clearly, I done slapped the whole mic down. Clearly, I feel a way about this. But listen, man, I'm just being real. Like, if we're talking about something that that me loving it doesn't harm anybody else, and I'm just, I'm knocking everything, like, God damn it. It doesn't really matter to me what anyone thinks. Like, me loving a thing that doesn't harm you what are we even talking about? So, like, if the thing I love isn't loved by the mainstream, isn't loved by the masses, who gives a shit? Like, let's be real, man. Like, it shouldn't matter. And, I know for people who that's their livelihood and stuff like that, it may make a difference to them. But I just find it weird when we have this conversation about actual hip hop, not just rap music, because people keep saying hip hop when they talk about the top 40, and I got to remind them, I'm like, you're talking about rap music. Hip hop and rap music are not synonymous, right? Like, one thing is a part of the other thing. So yeah, that being said, this album dropped today. Nas DJ Premier Light Years. First and foremost, let me know in the comments if you've even heard the album. You know what I mean? Because I would love, I think I would love to know what people's opinions on the project are. You know what I mean? And I'm about to share mine with you. So let me bring up the track listing for the project so I can see it, and I'll try to put it up on the screen for y'all too. Let's do this. Track listing, Light Years. And we'll put Nas and Primo so they know what I'm talking about. All right, I got the image here. So, damn, I need to update the thing. So I will update this in a second and then reconnect it. Y'all just hold on. Hold on, my youth. Hold on. Boom, boom. Almost ready for y'all. So as I'm doing this, y'all let me know in the comments your thoughts and feelings. And then we're gonna get into all of that before I dip today. Got it. All right, replace that image. Shazam. Oh, you sneaky. Sometimes I hate these computers, man. And there we go. I fixed it. All right. Joint trash. It's just always trying to make me work harder than I need to work, man. You know what I'm saying? And did it do it? Hey, young, why are you playing with me? Hold up. Let's go one more time. I'm going to try to fix this thing one last time. And if not, if it ain't... Oh, I see where it is. All right, I fixed it. All right, about to bring this back into the screen. Boom, boom. All right. Go gadget. Let's remove this and put me back here. Sorry, y'all. All this technical stuff. I thought I had something already queued up. It wasn't there, and it was missing a key piece of info. So we are just reconnecting this, and then we'll keep it pushing. Hey, man, super shout out to everyone who contributed today. Shout out to Josh for donating the membership. Shout out to Maglo for becoming a member. Shout out to Chi-Town Warrior for contributing today. Shout out to my sister Stacy for contributing to the show today, and also shout out to Aria, who was our biggest contributor today behind the scenes. Love and appreciate each one of y'all, man. Thank you so much. You know, okay, I think I got my graphics situation fixed. Bringing it back in. All on my youth. All on. Damn it, man. Yeah, the computer's been tripping today. Like StreamYard has been having some little issues, and I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or if it's the software, but it's definitely been challenging to say the least today. All right, let's bring this in and see if we're good. Okay, so let's get into it. So we're going to talk about Light Years today. This is the new album from DJ Premier and Nas. Let's go to these comments real quick. Didn't look yet. I did prep AJ's, though. I hope you enjoy AJ's album. That's probably, like I said, it's the best produced album that dropped today, in my opinion. That's on the agenda. Dope. I only made it halfway last night. Stopped at Nasty Esco Nasir, which was an incredible track. Yeah, that joint's tough. Speaking of, should I sub on YouTube or Bandcamp? I would say this. What Bandcamp doesn't have the ability to do is have like the video footage stuff. The Bandcamp joint, you can find a lot of exclusive audio over there. Some discount codes and things like that are available there. But if you're more interested in seeing video content in particular, then YouTube is the place to do it. And then there are discount codes that are available here on YouTube as well. But Patreon is probably the place where it's the perfect mesh of both what's happening on YouTube and what's happening on Bandcamp. All right, so those are your options. Boy got that Jamaican accent locked in. Yeah, hilarious. All right, so let's talk about this album, yo. I'm gonna go through it track to track, give you my opinion. So off top, some of the best tracks to me, like off of my first two listens. My Life is Real, like I think is a solid opener. Get Ready's dope. NY State of Mind is I like, but I got an asterisk to that. There's something I don't love about it. That comes toward the end. Welcome to the Underground, solid track as well. Madman is cool. Pause tapes, crazy. Writers, crazy to me. Sons is dope too. It's Time is cool. Nasty Esco Nasir is dope. Really, really dope. It's a hard joint. My Story, Your Story featuring AZ is crazy. Love hearing those two back together. Bouquet had me almost teared up, man. Bouquet had me teared up. I'm gonna go through track by track and tell you why. Junkie and Shine together are cool as well. I gotta listen to those again. Didn't really stand out as much to me. I gotta hear them again to remember what they sound like. But and Third Childhood was a great way to end the record. and a cool nod to like a really amazing track that Nas did before. All right, so let's go through. What I'm gonna do is spend time talking about the ones I really, really like and why. Now, I'm gonna say this in terms of their contributions. I think Nas' pen is still Nas's pen and is still in pretty good shape. Like he's still a top tier rapper, man. He has easily aged better in terms of his ability and like complete thoughts and dope concepts and all of that. Nas is still dope to me. I would say the weakest thing about the album to me is probably the production. As a super DJ Premier fan, this is not easy for me to say because, going into the project, I saw a lot of people had concerns about the production. And for me, I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait to hear it. You know what I mean? Before I cast any judgment. Oh, Junkie. Junkie, I do remember what that song's about. Crazy. That joint is fire. That joint is super fire. But yeah, I don't think the beats are trash. I'm not one of these people that throw the word trash and garbage around lightly. I think they're cool, but that's simply because DJ Premier is one of my favorite producers, and I don't know if any of these beats hit me the way like some of his best. Yeah, this joint will not let me be great today, man. Like, it's been a minute since we've had this many technical issues during the show. And I don't know what it is today, but like it's definitely been a nuisance. So anyway, let me close this out so we can get out of here, man, before before something else happened, yo. So anyway, I think I was talking about I'm trying to remember what track I was talking about I was talking about the production. So yeah, I feel like there's certain beats that even when I like it, like it kind of leaves a little bit left to be desired. I think, there's some interesting choices on there, but like I'm gonna listen to it again in some different systems to see if I feel differently hearing it in different speakers. But like there's no beat that I heard on the record where I really was like, oh my God. The way like I've heard certain beats from Premier over the years and blew me away. So I would say that's probably the downside to the record, where like some of the beats are like very underwhelming, but I don't feel like any of them are trash per se. Now I'm gonna hit you with a Nas theory that I have that shuts down a lot of debates. Nas has had a reputation over the years of picking like subpar production, right? With the exception of certain albums from him, and obviously not necessarily during the series of joints he did with Hit Boy. But I remember hearing this narrative a lot. And a debate, and I don't know if I brought this up on the show before, but I'm going to say this to kind of close out my thoughts and how this is why I feel like Nas will forever be in the greatest conversation, right? Just for the the fact that he gave us one of the greatest hip hop records ever made, and in some people's opinion, the greatest rap record ever made in Illmatic, but also because of the fact that like this dude, let's entertain this idea that he picks weak beats, and let's say you agree with that. Then my pushback for people is how many other like artists are in your top 5 conversation, right? Now, I mean, like of the rappers that are in your top 5 conversation is how I should word it. Which of those artists are known for picking bad beats? Now, whenever I ask that, people usually say none, but still have Nas in their top 5. And then I say to them, I was like, well, by default, he should be number 1. Because if there are no rappers in your top 5, and Nas is in your top, is one of the artists in your top 5, but no other rapper in your top 5 picks subpar beats, yet this dude remains in your top 5, then he may be the greatest rapper ever. To remain in that conversation, let's be real. Because even if his first record was a masterpiece, which it is, and he never put anything else out that was even close to it for his whole career, right? And I feel like he's had plenty of moments that have been close to how good Illmatic has, because I'm one of those people who I don't think Illmatic's a perfect album. I feel like there's 2 tracks on there, 2 beats in particular that come to mind that are not my favorite beats. You know what I'm saying? And I really just love it because Nas did his thing. Halftime's one of those tracks I also feel like Represent it's not my favorite beat on the record. You know what I mean? Fight me. I don't give a fuck. Like, hey fam, said what I said. But Nas carries it. And he's been doing that throughout his career. He carries production. You know what I mean? And not a lot of artists are good enough to do that. And yeah, man. So I think it's a great record. I think it's a great reflection of hip hop in particular, with songs like Writers. Writers is really dope tribute to graffiti art or the graph. And is really, really dope. And then I really love, and I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna get out of here. I really, really love Bouquet, him giving flowers to all the women in hip hop, man, including the woman that signed them or helped put them on. I literally almost shed a tear, man, when he shouted out Nonchalant, who, if you follow me on IG or Facebook, you saw me post a picture with her. Nonchalant is a legendary rapper from the DMV, who we give her flowers all the time because we know what she meant to hip hop from our area. Even Tupac has gone on the record bigging this woman up, and she's from here. And this was in the 90s. So hearing Nas not only shout her out on that song, but quote her song. Like he's singing the hook to her song on that joint. And I was just like, damn, yo, that's so dope. Because I can call this woman up right now, man. Like she's amazing and has made an amazing contribution to this, to our region. And hip hop in general. And so seeing her get her flowers while she's alive to smell them, like literally when that song went off, I was texting her. I was like, yo, man, salute, yo. This is beautiful, man. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope that added to it. But yeah, so salute to Nas and Primo. We've been waiting a long time for this. I wanted a little more from it, but I do think this is a solid record overall. And more importantly, I think it's great for hip hop in terms of what he's talking about from song to song and the different subject matter, and seeing this grown man where he is in his life, both of these grown men where they are in their life, and how they're building on it at this moment and not trying to pretend to be something other than what they are, and expressing their love for the actual culture of hip hop, not just for rap music, but for the culture that is hip hop in audio form. So like, yeah, salute to them both. But that's the show for today, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all had a great time, man. Shout out to my brother Javier Starks, and everyone else for tuning in, man. Thank you again to Aria. Thank you again to Joshua, Maglo, Shottown Warrior, and everyone else who contributed financially today. Man, coming through at the last minute with another donation. Thank you, family. Means a lot, man. Thank you so much, bro. But yo, to everyone, whether you contributed like financially or not today, if you contributed just by being here and being a part of the chat, man, Hope you had a great time. I definitely always have a fun time kicking it with y'all. Y'all have a good one. I will see y'all next week, man. Next week. I'm going to catch up with y'all right before I go check out the new Avatar movie with my man Early, you know. And, oh, man, thank you, bro. Man, I appreciate y'all coming through last minute, man. Hav is going to be happy to know. Got some extra stuff to send him. You know what I mean? So thank y'all so much for contributing. Yo, one of the things I want to talk about at some point, and we'll maybe talk about in the next episode or in the future, is start talking about actual meetups for those of you who are in the area, you know what I mean, and what that could look like. And obviously when I'm traveling abroad and stuff like that, performing in different places, when I hit your city, doing like, you know, sub-porter meetups and stuff, where we can all come together as a community and stuff, and see what that could look like. So anyway, on that note, I'm out of here. Peace to y'all, man. All the love to you and yours. And it's time for my youngest daughter's favorite part of the show. Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace. Who made it to the end? Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Who made it to the end? Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Yo, 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 yeah, 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 yo, 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 yeah, yeah. Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Yo, 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 yo. Subscribe, like, do whatever you like. Stay subscribed, like, do whatever you like. That's right.